That's
Like
probably
I
gonna be
could,
over here.
like beatboxing.
All right, so let's fucking do
Hey,
this.
it's Swing Dave. Call this number back. I need $25 for this walk around sit down chair.
Production.
We'll get this. Figures are probably 1997 would be my guess. Good evening. Thank you, those who are joining us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Very special welcome to those who are joining us for the first time. This is episode 57 of Been Around the Block. We've grown into something that we feel like is starting to make an impact. Just in the last 90 days, we've been able to reach 2.2 million people. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our page to continue being a part of this movement. Our goal at Been Around the Block is to continue on our mission to help destigmatize addiction and prove that not only your life won't be boring, but the best years are yet to come. Even if you don't identify with what our mission is, the stories of triumphing over adversity are something that we can all identify with. We also need to note that Been Around the Block is no way associated with, affiliated, nor do endorse any specific program of recovery. Our view is that your story is your story, and there are many ways that people are able to recover their lives away from the bondage of addiction. One of our goals is to prove that no matter how we get there, we're all able to live a life that God has intended for each and every single one of us. Without any further ado, I'm Brooks. Find me on the Instagram and Facebook, quirky cliche name. We have Christopher Ross, Christopher on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Is it YouTube too? TikTok?
No, I don't use
He's
TikTok.
on everything.
Yeah.
I do have TikTok.
So, and then everybody knows the most banned national content creator in the world, Bradley Nemo Sparks. And of course, our guest, Jordan Spoon. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
All right. We've also made some upgrades to the studio in collaboration with another place. We can't mention their name, but we are in the studio. We're going to try and keep doing this in the studio moving forward. So how's everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
Yeah,
Great.
good.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we?
It's been a good week. How's your week been?
Really good. Actually, yeah, I got all my Christmas shopping done. My daughter, I mentioned this to you guys, but my daughter got into OU starting in the fall. Going to be traveling for Christmas. Yeah, not bad, man.
Awesome.
What
Where
about
you
you? Going to Dallas with my old lady, my girlfriend,
Old lady. You sound
the old
like an
lady,
old
whatever,
hunter.
you know,
Old lady.
my old lady. My name's Brooks. It's kind of country. So, what about you, Nemo? I know baby girl's sick.
Yes, my daughter's running a fever. The thermometer ran 103, but when we took her to the doctor, it was only 101. But they said she's got an upper respiratory infection, so she's all right, man. She's tough, but it's hard seeing your 2-year-old baby sick because they're trying to be themselves, but they don't understand why they don't feel good
Yeah.
at the same time. So it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's life, right?
Yeah, life be life, and sometimes. And Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
As good as you can be.
Yeah, I can. I'm striving to be the best version of myself I can be right now.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, Jordan,
Yeah.
your turn.
Dun.
Yeah, I mean, try and follow that.
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
My kid actually just got over the flu. He threw up at school today, so I had to go pick him up.
Oh, that's cool.
And my daughter has it now, so
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. It's always fun. I keep seeing these reels on like Facebook that are like everybody's office before Christmas. There's all these people coughing and sniffing and farting and all this other nasty shit. That's just like, yeah, I can't.
It's that time of year.
It's disgusting.
How old are your kids, Jordan?
16, 14, and 7.
Okay. All right. Well,
Let's jump in.
Yeah.
How long you got sober?
2.5 years.
All right. What's your sobriety date?
June 17th of 2023.
All right, there you go. Congratulations.
Yep.
So we didn't really do much of the format. We're just going to have you share your story. We'll kind of interact with the audience,
Okay.
and go from there.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys would be asking me questions. Or
Yeah,
if I'd
we'll
be
just
talking.
kind of tell your story, and we'll follow up, get a timeline, all that other stuff. So
Okay.
all right,
All right.
do
So where do I start? Just
From the beginning,
yeah,
The very
where it all
beginning.
the
started.
very beginning.
okay.
Little happy Jordan.
Okay. Well, I my parents were pretty young whenever they had me. I grew up with my mom until I was about 10 years old. And then me and my brothers went to go live with our dads. And then from about 11 to 14 was pretty normal, I guess. When I turned 14 that summer, it was the first time I had ever gotten drunk, and it was the first time I got high. And it was actually with my dad's girlfriend at the time. I just like went up to her and I was like, "Hey, like, let's get fucked up." She's like, "Okay." So that's the first time I ever drank, and I hated it. I remember she got like sour apple pucker and like a tall boy of Bud Light. And I just thought it was so disgusting. I woke up the next day so thirsty and didn't know why. And she's laughing about it, like, "Oh, you're dehydrated." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then after that, I just kind of just drank here and there. I really didn't do much of anything until I got to be about 16. And then I started drinking more. I was running around. My parents, they thought I was like at my grandma's house or whatever, but I was really doing other things.
Did you grow up here in OKC?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I'm from Tecumseh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, like an hour east of here.
Yeah, I know where Tecumseh
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Tecumseh. Actually, whenever we went to go live with my dad, he lived about a mile away from the rehab I went to out in Pink. So like I grew up around that whole area. But everything was pretty normal, I guess. It's just getting drunk, doing dumb things. I know I huffed Freon a couple times and like passed out. And
Freon?
Yes.
Is that the best way to do that?
Like it was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. I did it with my friend Courtney, and I scared her because I like passed out and rolled into like a fence.
Was it cold?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured Freon would be cold,
This
right?
was in high. You're still in high school, right?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
16. Yeah. And she told me to like promise her I would never do that again, so I did it. So I was like, and then when I was 17, I met my kids' dad, and he looked way older than what he was. So he was able to just go in and buy alcohol just whenever. So we were getting drunk all the time then. And as soon as I turned 18, I moved out literally, I think like the month after I turned 18 and got my own place. And we did nothing but party the entire time. I think that's whenever I started drinking a little too much. I started being late to work, not showing up, lying about things, spending too much money. And then we got pregnant. I had our first son whenever I was 20. And then I got my first DUI when I was 21. I got my first DUI when I was 21. I had actually wrecked into a bridge and completely stopped traffic.
This is on a highway or just
No, there's like a road in between Shawnee and Tecumseh where like there's like a Fire Lake Casino and everything.
oh yeah.
Like there's like a giant like cement bridge right there.
The one that goes like the Taco Bell and stuff by.
Yeah, it's a little bit north of there.
Yeah.
Like this giant bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, I just straight up right into the side of it. It's still broke now. Like you can drive by it and see where I hit it. They haven't fixed it.
How long ago was that?
I was 21, so 15 years ago.
Man, the city of Tulsa, I hit that cable wire over on 244. They came and charged me for that thing, dude. Like I had to pay that shit. It was So I don't know if they ever fixed it, but yeah, surprised they didn't come after you.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think the judge actually felt really sorry for me because
Was you coming from a party or what? Or was it like you daily drinking at this point?
I did that at about 1 p.m.
Okay,
I had
so-
stayed up all night and I was supposed to be at work at 3. And I stopped drinking. I was like, well, I guess I better go home and get ready for work. And I stopped at this like little stoplight. And between the stoplight and where I hit the bridge at is maybe 100 yards. And I blacked out in between that time. And I just ran right into it.
Damn.
Yeah, stopped traffic. My face is all bloody. I got scars on my face still from it. But they dropped that to a public intox.
Whoa.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so I think the judge felt bad for me because I looked really bad.
Damn.
So like
Yeah.
whenever you got in trouble in Tecumseh, Shawnee area, I
Mhm.
know it's like Potawatomi. Do they have like that's not really I know that they have their city police but was it a city police that arrested you or was it
I don't remember. I remember.
What does that got to do with
because they have okay, so Potawatomi they have their own police out there too
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Not just the city and the county, they have their own police.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like, did you get a city charge, a state
Oh,
charge?
it was the city
or
of Shawnee.
federal? Okay.
Yeah, it was the city of Shawnee. I just remember that because I remember like
Did the
getting
cop
out of
have a
jail.
mustache?
Probably.
Okay, so you're 21. So you're 21. You run into this bridge, DUI at 1 p.m. on your way to work.
Yeah.
What at this point in time, do you think you have a problem?
No. Nope. Never entered my mind that I did.
And you're daily drinking, right?
Just about. Yeah, I was pretty close because at the time, my son was still small, so I would mostly go to work and then drink whenever I got home. It just so happened that little binge was on my 2 days off of work, and then the third day was whenever I was trying to go.
I got it.
Was baby daddy doing the same thing?
I don't think we were together at that time.
Okay.
I got to
So-
ask, what was your drink of choice?
Then or right before I got sober?
All of it. Yeah.
Oh, I drank anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of partial to gin myself.
Oh yeah, gin and wine, gin and Sprite.
Just no tequila, man.
No.
Yeah,
can't do tequila.
Makes me fight.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
still drink it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, I got my first DUI, and then did all of the stuff you're supposed to do for that. I didn't get in trouble, and then about 3 years later, I got an aggravated DUI on Highway 177. I almost hit a highway patrolman trying to make a left turn, and I didn't realize how close he was. And he had to like slam on his brakes, and then I immediately knew. I was like, I'm fucked. I'm going to jail. And I think I've been to jail like 5 times, and that time, I think I was only in there for like a day and a half or 2 days or something. I can't remember. But in between my first DUI and my second DUI, we had another baby. I did acid for the first and only time, because I tripped so hard and it was bad. It was really bad. And I tried meth, and then that's when I started doing cocaine too. And then I just kind of went on for a while. And the first time I realized that I had a problem, I think I was 24, and I had gotten really drunk the night before, and I got into a fight with my kids' dad, and it was in front of his like whole family, and I slipped and fell and broke their skirt of like the trailer, like the bottom of it. I slipped and fell and broke into it and ended up like under their trailer, and woke up the next day, didn't remember any of it. And I got told by his sister-in-law about it. And I called my dad up, and I was telling my dad, like, I feel like this isn't fun anymore. Like, I feel like I need to stop. And I remember my dad telling me that I should stop drinking. That it's not doing me any favors, and not doing any good or anything. And then I still continued to drink for another like 10 years. And so between 2015 and 2019, we had another baby, our youngest son, and my drinking slowly started getting worse. I think after our first son was born, I stopped drinking for like a whole year after. And then, with our daughter, it was shorter. And then with our youngest, I think I waited maybe 2 days after I came home from the hospital, and I started drinking again. And
So you could always quit during pregnancy?
yes. Yeah, I was able to stop during pregnancy. I quit doing everything, all 3 pregnancies, except for my last one. I couldn't stop smoking cigarettes. I was still smoking like crazy with the last baby. But dang, it's just it really is still kind of like upsetting because I'm like, damn. Because my son, I remember waking up late with him one night and he was still so small. I think he was probably like 2 weeks old. And I was really drunk and I was like trying to feed him. I remember I've had the bottle and I started feeling myself like passing out. And I like bounced back up because the bottle kind of slipped. And I was like, shit, like I gotta stop. But I mean, I still didn't.
And you'd never tried rehab or anything up to this point?
Nope, never did.
Was there any days that you were like, okay, this is the last time I'm going to drink, and then today's the last time, tomorrow I'm not going to have any more?
It didn't get like that until maybe about a year before I finally went to rehab. Because like that whole time I knew like in the back of my mind that I had a problem, but I just didn't want to face it. I didn't want to admit it. So I just kept on, doing what I did. And in 2019, we ended up moving to Shawnee, and we lived there, I think, about 6 months. And COVID hit, or was about to hit. I remember it was January 26th. My kid's dad came home with a bunch of flowers for me. And I was like, this is weird. Like, why are you bringing me flowers? You just told me that we don't have any money. Like, we're broke. And I didn't say anything about it. I took the flowers. I thanked him. And then he had a second job at Little Caesars. So he went to go to his work. And he left his wallet. So I was like, he has to have some money. Like, why is he lying to me? So I start digging through his wallet. And I find a bag of meth in there. And I was like, what the fuck? So I immediately called him. We start fighting. And I told him that I wasn't going to put up with that. So I called my dad, and my dad came to pick me and the kids up like the very next day. And I was planning on filing for divorce, but then it was literally like 2 weeks later, COVID hit and the world shut down. So we ended up staying married for like another 2 years until I could get everything finalized. But during those 2 years is whenever I just like went completely downhill. I was doing a lot of cocaine, and I didn't realize that I had a problem with cocaine until I got to rehab.
How do you hold on? How do you justify in your head, finding meth in his wallet and getting upset, and then I assume you're still drinking, right?
Oh yeah,
and then and then going to cocaine, but is it like alcohol and cocaine?
I was like, well, it's not meth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's crazy how we do that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
The insanity. And alcohol kills way more people than meth.
Oh yeah,
way more people. It's just
yeah.
The insanity of the way we think. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a perfectly good excuse to me. Like, well, at least it's not meth,
Like slobbering drunk. I can't believe you're doing meth.
How dare you?
Fucking drug addict.
Fucking druggie.
That's funny. That's like one of my friends. He told me he's like really bad alcoholic. He's like, man, like I just don't understand. Like you did heroin, this and that. I'm like, you still drink every single day. How can you distinguish one drug worse than the other? That's what I didn't understand.
I mean, you can distinguish one drug worse than the other. You can. I mean, we can all agree that fentanyl is worse than marijuana.
Heroin's bad. Yeah.
So, but my thing is like. It's when we're stuck in that addiction and that obsession of the mind has taken over our whole physical being. It's no different from, the other person who's just got a different drug of choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I deal with it with someone close to me in my life. I'm not going to put them on blast, but they're stuck in their alcohol addiction. And when I hear him talk, he talks about drug addicts the same way. Yeah, I can't believe he's on those drugs. It's like you're literally dying from alcoholism. Your liver is swelled up.
Yeah.
It's just
a big old belly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, and that's someone real close to me right now, going through that. So your COVID hits.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are pretty much together just because of COVID, or
no, I ended up moving in with my grandma.
Okay.
And I like left everything there. Like he had the house and everything. But since COVID hit, I was considered an essential employee, so I was never like without cash. So my drinking just got way worse, way worse. And I was working overnights, so like as soon as I'd get off, you know, at 7 a.m, I'd open up because I would always buy a bottle of wine before I went into work and had it in my car. So I just open up the wine on my way home. And there's a couple of times like I took my son to daycare and I accidentally drank like 3 bottles of wine. And
Whoops.
yeah.
I've done that. I've done that a couple times. Right before work. Yeah, on accident.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just couldn't stop.
Heart health is what I used to say. Yeah.
But I woke up and I was like, shit, because I was supposed to be there. I think it was like at 4 to pick him up. And it was like 4 o'clock when I woke up. And I was like, fuck. And it made me feel really bad, but I still didn't stop. And then I got moved into an apartment. I had a pretty good job at the time. I, you know, gave that job away. And everything kind of started spiraling out of control in 2022. And I didn't have the apartment, didn't have my job. All I had was the car. And so I packed the kids back up and moved back in with my grandma. And my grandma, I feel like, is probably my biggest enabler. I love her to death. And she would just open up her door for me anytime I needed to go somewhere. So me and the kids moved back in with my grandma. And it was then that I started thinking like, okay, like maybe I do have a problem. All right, I'll look into it. So I did. I looked into it a little bit.
Now, at this point, I'm sorry. Was there anybody in your life, friends or family, that had gone down that road and got sober, and you know, and you've seen the change in their life?
The only
witness that at all?
Not really. My grandma used to drink a lot. She's an alcoholic, but she's been sober 34 years.
Yeah.
So I was like 2 or something. You know, she got pregnant with my aunt, and
So
then she just quit drinking. Yeah. So I haven't really seen anybody go through like the life change or anything like that. And so I decided to look into it. I reached out to a treatment center and I talked to one of the admissions people, and they're like, yeah, you know, we can get you in, all this good stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I was drunk whenever I did it. Then I woke up and I was like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, I don't need to go to rehab.
It's overreacting.
Yeah. Like, I don't need that. So I told myself that that was going to be the last time that I was going to drink. And if I got drunk one more time, then I would go. And then 2 days later, I got drunk again. Did the same thing. Stayed up all night, bawled my eyes out. And then as soon as like 8 o'clock in the morning hit, I started calling the rehab again. And the guy that I talked to told me that I needed to call him like every day for a week or something because they were waiting for a bed to open up. So I was like, all right. So that whole like last week, I just went on one huge binge.
Definitely.
Yeah, I went to Tulsa. I was in Okmulgee, Norman, Midwest City. I was running around everywhere. And I stayed drunk like that whole entire time. And then I get to rehab and I'm filling out all the paperwork. And the lady said something to me about 90 days. And it never occurred to me to find out how long the program was.
What did you think? 30?
Yeah. Well, my dad asked me, he's like, how long are you going to go? I was like, I don't know. I guess like 30 days. He's like, okay. Cause my dad was weary about me going to rehab. He was like, I don't want you to join a cult. And I was like, I'm not going to go join a cult. I was like, but it's probably going to be like Heaven's Gate.
Damn. Deep cut right there.
I always tell people, maybe I need a little bit of brainwashing.
Yeah.
To save my life.
It is so weird because I tried to get into rehab right before I actually did get in rehab. Those people followed up with me today and were like, hey, just want to check, are you still trying to get sober? I'm like, we got it figured out, man. We're good. So it was just super weird to get a call like that.
Yeah.
Like I could be, I don't know. It's kind of
How long
weird.
ago was that?
2021,
And they called you?
4.5 years later. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's really cool.
Did you tell him you were sober?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I work at a facility now, and yeah, doing good.
All right, I got to know. So you get the rehab, you're signing up, and you find out the program is 90 days.
Oh yeah.
So what goes through your head then?
Oh man, I about shit myself.
Did
I
you
was
wanna-
like,
did you
what?
wanna leave?
I sat there and I just like I remember staring at her, and I was like, did they ever tell me it was 90 days? And I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, I don't have a job. I ran through everything. I don't have a job. I don't have a place to live. I literally have zero money. What am I gonna do
Right,
if I don't just stay here?
right. So you had the gift of desperation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I found out it was 90 days the day I went to go sign the papers, and I just said, screw it. Like, oh, I'm here. So I signed it and then started treatment.
What was that like?
It was different. It was,
Is it a cult?
no, no, it wasn't a cult.
Yeah.
But, it was different. I, didn't know what to expect. I have never been in treatment before. And for some reason, it didn't ever occur to me that you could leave. Like I was sitting there watching all these people leaving, but it never occurred to me that I could leave. And I was there for about a month, and there was like a whole bunch of outside problems going on, and I was just handling them like with my kids. I gave my mom temporary, what is that?
Power of
guardianship?
attorney.
Yeah.
Power of attorney or
Yeah, it was
guardianship.
like guardianship or
Yeah.
something. I gave my mom temporary guardianship, so I handled like all of that from inside of rehab. And one day I was talking to my counselor, and we were talking about it, and he's like, you know what, Jordan, I am just really proud of you. You have all these things going on, out there, and you have not even tried to leave. And like a light bulb went off, and I was like, I can leave. Like, wow. And then I didn't though, because I knew I needed to be there. And but that's also kind of like how I found out I had a problem with cocaine too, because when I got there, I thought I just had a problem with alcohol. And it wasn't until I was sitting outside one day and I was talking to one of the girls I was in there with, and all of a sudden I was just like, man, I really want to do a giant line of cocaine right now. And then that's all I can think about. She was still over here talking, wasn't even paying attention to her no more. And then I started bawling my eyes out, and then I ran down the hill to like go talk to one of the workers at the rehab, and just bawling my eyes out. And they were like, it's okay. And then I was like, all right, well, I got a problem with cocaine too. Like, that's fun. And I was like really like pissed off about it. But the whole experience though was really good. I got a lot of things out that I needed to get out. I did a lot of therapy there. I talked about things there that I've never talked about with another person in groups. So that really helped me out a lot.
So you weren't one of those people that was, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're fighting from the beginning.
Oh, no. No.
They sit there and they fight and argue. I shouldn't be here.
No.
I got this taken care of. You just went.
No,
there and
I
just
never
did
was.
What you did.
I was literally, I remember the first day there, I was super nervous to go in, and it was a women's group. So I just kind of sat down and stared at everybody. Like I didn't ever argue or fight or anything like that.
That's good.
I really wanted to be sober.
So how old were you when you got sober? 33?
33. Yeah.
33.
Mm-hmm.
So you when you get out, and what's your exit plan? You do the 90 days, you complete it. What's going through your head as far as, are you scared?
Well, at first my plan was just to go home to my grandma's house. That's what I was going to do. And then the longer I was there, I decided I wanted to try sober living. And then I found out that I couldn't find a sober living that would accept me and all three of my kids, and their ages, they were too old.
Right.
So we ended up, we just ended up staying with my grandma, my other grandma. I moved to to a Midwest city, and we moved in with my other grandma, my mom's mom, and we stayed there for like 6 months. But I really do wish I had the chance to go to sober living though, because right out of rehab, you're in the pink cloud or whatever, and you're wanting to do all these great things.
So you never did go to sober living?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't. And but I did pretty good. My mental health is a really big thing in my addiction. And whenever I was in treatment, I did get put on some medications, and I made the stupid mistake of just completely stopping them. Like,
Yeah, that can be dangerous on some psych meds for sure.
Yeah, it really, and I didn't know it messes with your blood pressure too. When you stop them. Yeah, because I had really low blood pressure and I was getting dizzy and like starting to fall around. Yeah, I had no idea that could happen. But I almost relapsed Thanksgiving of 23 because I had just cold turkey quit taking my meds. My kids were visiting their dad, and I was like by myself. So I put my shoes on, grabbed my grandma's car keys, started walking out the door because I was going to go buy a bottle. And then I just stopped myself and bawled. I cried, and I reached out to literally every single person like I knew. I think I probably text maybe 9 people and just talked to them throughout the whole thing. But ever since I got sober, things have definitely been a lot better. I worked at the treatment center for about 1.5 years that I went to, and that helped me out a lot. Like seeing people, I know it sounds cliche and people say this all the time, but actually seeing people go from just a shell of a person to being people again.
It's a beautiful trend.
It really is. It really is. You see that light come back in their eyes, or you see them speak up a little bit for the first time, or you see them talking to each other and consoling each other, and just being there to see it. It really is a nice thing. And whenever I actually left my job at the treatment center, I was really scared too, because since I've been sober, they were all I knew. I went to treatment there, I got sober. As soon as I could go work there, I did, and I stayed there. And so I was scared. And anytime that I start overthinking things or get scared, I just start reaching out to people again. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not by myself. I know I'm not the only person that overthinks things and gets scared about everything.
So you don't work at the treatment center anymore?
No.
Where are you at now?
I work for a bank called MidFirst. I do mortgage, like I'm a mortgage assistance coordinator there. We for loans that are in loss mitigation.
Okay.
Like people that get behind on their mortgages and stuff, they'll like apply so they can try to get caught up. So that's what I do.
Sweet.
I think it's really cool that you reached out to me. I asked you to be on the podcast over a year
ago.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, how did you guys meet the facility?
We worked together.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Whoops. That's all right. Chris actually asked me to come on the podcast like last May, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was I think it was not too long after y'all started it.
I'd say we started April 2024, I believe.
Yeah, I think
when
it was
started.
I think it was in May.
I think
it
you
was
just hit your year.
Yeah.
And I asked, wait,
No.
when did you?
My year's June 17th.
No, you were already past a year.
I don't think so. I really think it was like in May, because it was before I went to go work in admin.
Was it? No, you were working in admin when I asked you.
Was I?
Yeah, because you told me no. And I kept on bugging you.
I know, because I was scared.
You were like, no, I don't. I was like, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's really just, I think you think it was like an audience or
I was
something like
freaking
that.
out. I was like, no way.
But then Amanda came on.
Yeah. Yep.
So what's life like today?
Yeah.
It's a million times better. I was thinking about like this part of it, like what's it like today? And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, like I could actually do things now, because before, your life would revolve around your addiction. And then there would be times like I would forget that the kids had a doctor's appointment, or there was a football game or baseball practice, softball practice, whatever. And I would start drinking and like, shit, I was supposed to go do that. And then, my kids missed out. because I couldn't drive, obviously. And I don't do that anymore. You know, at my job, I show up every day like I'm supposed to. And I do a great job. If I was drunk, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I sent Brooks something earlier, and I actually got recognized for being top performer again for the 4th month in a row at my job today. And I would not be able to do any of that if I was still getting fucked up.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Is he-
Why are y'all giggling?
I was just,
Danny just like
That's
like a
all
like
gonna
a
be
boss
on
just went there,
audio.
opened the door, took a leak. Everybody could hear it.
everyone, there's a kid.
Didn't flushed it. No washing hands. No nothing, bro. He just like, I own this place. Fuck y'all. So, anyways,
Yeah, that was okay.
what were we talking about? I forgot. Yeah,
No,
She won
what
top.
it was
it's a
like,
grown ass
no.
man taking a leak in there, bro.
I'll take that.
At least, there we go. So you got recognized 4 months in a row, top performer at your job. What else do you do? What do you do to like give back as far as the gifts you've received in recovery?
Mm,
Oh, that's gross, bro.
Ungrateful. That's what you are.
No wonder he gave me this shit. He over there drinking sweet tea. And he,
Mine's fine. Mine's sweet though. So
golly,
Here's the last one to get here.
but as far as giving back, I'll be real with you. I really don't do much of anything.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is giving back. I mean, it's kind
Yeah,
of sharing your
you know
stories. Good.
what? Whenever I reached out to Chris, I was like, you know what? I think I want to do this now, because I had been listening to this podcast at work, and I was feeling like really bold and extroverted that day. So I reached out to Chris, and he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's serious. All right.
and when you say you don't like, so you're saying you're not in the rooms of recovery and all that consistently. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I kind of just float around them.
And that's the deal. Not everyone needs, to be in AA or in I'm trying
Any
to
of
say
the
it. Any of
anonymous
those 12-step
programs, yeah.
groups consistent. That's that works for a lot of people, but not like my wife. She has 6 years sober.
Mhm.
I don't think she's been to a meeting in 4 years.
Yeah.
Other than like coming to see me speak and I would argue her recovery and her spiritual discipline and the way she walks out her life is better than mine.
Oh,
Just like sometimes I look at it, I'm like, God, why can't I want that?
Yeah.
yeah. Like what? Well, because I thought about this, and I really don't think I could be here if I didn't have the tools that I learned in those recovery
Right.
groups and in treatment.
And that's what she did. I
Yeah.
think she got sober. She went through the rehab, went through the whole thing, sober living, and she took what she learned from it and she applied it and just started living, quote unquote, a normal life, and just applies it still to this day.
Yeah.
The tools that she learned, and she was one of those ones that kind of like her first time trying to get sober, she got it.
Mhm.
Successful. Yeah.
And for a lot of us, it don't happen like that. For me, it took 3 overdoses, 3 trips to prison. Like I just had to keep falling on my head. But I say that because, what works for one person ain't going to work for everybody,
Yeah.
Was it your first time ever like trying to get sober whenever you got sober this time?
No, hell no. I got sober. I tried at 20 years old. Man, if I could have got it at 20, I'd be a millionaire today if I could have got it at 20. But I got it at 32 instead. But no, it was repeated times of trying and repeated times of promise. That's why I asked you the question earlier is, did you ever promise yourself this is the last time and then wake up? I don't know how many times I would promise myself I'm never going to do it again. This is it, you know, or I'd have, you know, my bag full of drugs or a bag full of pills, whatever I was taking at that time. And I would do it all that night because I would say, all right, tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm just going to be day one, you know, day
Yeah.
one, let's go. And I wake up and nope, day one, you know, and that's why I think we crossed that line to the point of in our addiction where it's no longer a choice when you're in your when you cross that line, you know, that of course that first, you know, if I go back out, take a drink or a drug right now today, I'm making that choice to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But we crossed that line to where the addiction takes over, and you know what I'm saying? It's got that old saying you know, you take the drink and then drink takes you, and then bam. But
you know, I actually just had a conversation with my oldest son because he's at that age where he's wanting to try and do things, and he had said something to me about he feels like he's missing out because he doesn't drink. And I was like, son, you're really not missing out on anything.
No.
Like it like one, you're gonna do it because you think it's fun, and then one day it's just gonna get a hold of you, and you're gonna do it even whenever you don't want to.
So two things. This is a discussion that frequently comes up.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've got somebody that's very close to me. He's like my mentor in a capacity. He argues like he drank to a certain point, but before that point he could drink normally, but once he passed it, he couldn't go past it.
Mhm.
I argue in my case, I was just born that way. My relief came from the alcohol when I first started drinking. And that's just like, that's me. I have to accept that. Otherwise I don't have any sort of quality of life, you know, if I'm raw white knuckling, raw dogging it or whatever, you know? So, but
raw dog in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Big time.
Be like Josh Russell hot dogging it, man.
So I know that you're like highly involved in your kids. You like your kids are your everything.
Oh yeah.
And that's you think that has to do, that's like would you that consider that like a lot of the things that one of the things that also plays a really big part in your recovery?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like their dad, he struggles with his own addiction and everything. And I can't just let my kids have two parents that are struggling. You know what I mean? Like I need to be there for
That's
them.
what I wanted to ask you. So how's the relationship with your kid's father today?
It's okay. He is the only person that can just really push my buttons. Like I really have to pull myself back and remember like the tools that I learned whenever I talk with him. You know what I mean?
Did you let go of a lot of resentments that you had for him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, like right now, he relapsed. He got sober. He went to rehab a month after I did, and he got sober. But then he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer last December, and he found out that it spread to his lungs and his liver.
Oh, no.
And so he's been doing chemo since January, and about 2 months ago, I found meth again. So I'm trying my best. It's really easy to be like, you know, showing tough love. Like you talk about showing tough love. It's really easy to do that whenever you're talking about it. But actually showing tough love is so difficult.
And then we got to look at it from his perspective. I mean,
what would you do? I mean, I actually had
If-
somebody in a mutual group that had brain cancer and relapsed, and like that's all the reason in the world. You know,
Right.
he had to have his skull operated on. You know,
God, I could. You
No,
know, you're
it's-
at that state of mind where you're just hopeless. You're like, well, I'm gonna die anyway. What does it matter?
Yeah.
You know.
It got to that point where like when right before my mom died, I started talking to her, and you know she had cancer, so we started talking a lot. And then she approached me. She started talking to me. She's like, you know, I've been sober for the past few months since you've started coming back around all the time. And I was just like, because she's always smoked pot my entire life. She's like, I just don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that, you know, me and my thoughts that I'm about to die. I'm gonna, well, the way that I would have thought. Now it's completely different because she's not here. I look at it like I need to die sober. I know that even if I have cancer, like a few months ago, you asked me, it'd have been a completely different answer. But I know she was going through the pain, and I don't know what the struggle is. I know he's probably going through it.
Yeah.
He's not just mentally, physically too.
Yeah.
Because my mom lost like over 100 pounds in the past like 6 months.
Yeah, and it was really difficult because there was still kind of like those. I didn't know if he was telling me the truth about him not eating, because obviously cancer and chemo make you really sick. You don't eat.
Yeah.
But like there was always that little thing in the back of my mind, like how come? Why isn't he eating? Like why? I was like just questioning everything, and whenever I seen that meth, it kind of just.
Oh, well, this makes sense.
Yeah. So, our relationship now isn't the best, and it's really hard. It's really tough to navigate through because of the cancer, our children, the meth. It's difficult for sure.
So let's just go and jump into the questions. I feel like this will open the floor for a little bit of a discussion. Chris, will you put that up there, dude? What does surrender look like to you? I mean, you kind of explained that in your story, but
really, it's me sitting in my car at 7 o'clock in the morning, bawling my eyes out, trying to get in rehab, just because I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah.
That was me giving up. Surrender is just admitting that you can no longer do it.
Yeah.
That you have nothing else left in you.
Okay.
What about a daily surrender? What does that look like to you?
Prayer. I pray every morning. You know what I mean? My car time used to be my pray time. And then whenever I used to work out in the country. But
I bet. Long ass drive out there.
Yeah. But now I work a lot closer to home. So I have like a couple of rocks on my desk, and then I have like a little Jesus on there too. So like when I get to work, I get my coffee, sit down, get everything situated, and then I'll say my prayer real quick and start my day.
Nice.
Yep.
Chris?
Surrender to me. I had to just go completely all in. It was like I had to, because at first, I've always believed in God. I just, during my whole addiction, I was like, I'm over here, God's there, everything's good. Like when I completely surrendered, it was just like, I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like I don't know what else to do. And I started seeing people and all these people doing things, and everyone was happy when I walked in the rooms, and I was just like, and I remember someone in the room saying, if you completely surrender to the program, you can have what anybody in this room has. And I wasn't worried about money. I wasn't worried about any of that stuff. I just seen the happiness, and that's one of the things that pulled me towards working the 12-step program at 100%. Like I'm not perfect, but I'm not where I want to be, but my life is great. It's because I had to just completely my program that I work, it just has to be at 100%. If not, the things I've been through in the past few years, I probably would have easily been right back out there. Easily.
I feel like this question, was this the same question as last week?
We may or may not have recycled that question.
Golly.
I don't know. I tried to reach out to our last guest.
Yeah, our next guest, we got to make sure that they don't ask the same.
Well, I was going to propose a completely different format because we screw this up every single time we do this. It seems like.
Yeah, maybe we do.
I do got
I
a
feel like we screw up a lot of stuff every single time. But so I mean, surrender to me is every day waking up and choosing to put others first, not myself. Put, you know, like I say this all the time, but I feel like, you know, there's a moment of surrender where we make that decision to get sober, or we hit our bottom, and then there's a daily surrender. Every day I wake up, I choose this life, and every day, you know, I'm not perfect. That's another thing, you know, I love that I serve a God that understands that I'm not perfect. You know, I conceive my God as if, you know, me looking at my child, you know, she messes up. I don't, you know, I'm like, hey, this is the right way to do it. This is how you do it, you know, and I take in consideration that, you know, she's a baby. And, but for me, I don't know, man. It's praying, you know, God, take my will in my life, you know, every morning. And then trying to align my thoughts and actions with what he would have me do. Do I do that perfectly every day? No, not at all. Like my biggest problem right now, my two biggest problems right now is procrastination, you know, waiting to do something. I could do it tomorrow when I know it needs to get done today. Because I'm not promised tomorrow. And then another problem is road rage. I have a real bad, I have a real bad road rage problem, and the ugliness of me comes out when I'm behind that wheel, and I'm really trying to work on that. Like it's like I'm cussing people out left and right, and I know God just like,
really,
you're gonna get there when you're supposed to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me trying to take my will back, though. You know, it always happens when I'm in that car. But I don't know why. That's what I'm struggling with right now. But yeah, so surrender to me is trying to align my thoughts and actions with what I believe God would have me do on a daily basis.
I too get aggravated when driving. It's better though, because I try and live by the burnt toast theory.
What's the burnt toast theory?
If you burn a piece of toast, it was never, I don't remember the whole spiel of it, but basically if you hit like a traffic jam or something like that, you probably are being avoided from hitting a wreck or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I did a butcher job of explaining that, but surrender for me, kind of same thing, man. I'm not the best morning person. I'm okay in the morning, but I have to have like a good 30 minutes just to myself to just kind of offer whatever God wants me to do for the day. And I have to redo that sometimes from time to time throughout the day. You know, I deal with insurance companies and stuff like that, and they piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, you're on the phone all day.
Yeah. So, and it's just like arguing and shit, which is fine, but they piss me off sometimes. I of course don't say crosswords to them. I professionally tell them to kiss my ass. But the bottom line is like, I know what my thoughts are. Like, you're stupid. You're calling me. You're late. You know, like all this other stuff, just judging the hell out of this person's character who's just trying to do the same thing I'm doing, just trying to work their job, trying to get out of here just like you are. So yeah, daily surrender. Yeah, the main thing is there's a God and it's not me. And that's quite a relief, honestly. So what's your question for the next guest?
If they could be a cheese, what cheese would they be?
Good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Munster,
Man, I love
motherfucker.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
love
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So that's
literally
for
the first thing
cool.
that popped into my head when you asked.
I'll have fun answering that one.
Yeah. You guys want to go and answer? I think we got like 5 minutes. What kind of cheese would you be?
I'd be pepper jack.
Because you're spicy.
Pepper jack.
What you, Chris?
Gouda.
From Monday.
Fuck you.
It's the funkiest cheese you got.
I want to be like smoked Gouda or like I know a lot about cheese. What's it called? Budapest, like some fondue, something like that. Budapest Fantina.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I don't know how I can answer that now. Because if I say blue cheese, you'd be like Famunda cheese. I'll be some sharp cheddar because I'm sharp for my old age.
I can see,
Yeah.
that fits you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What about you?
And I got a question.
I was gonna say pepper jack.
Oh, too spicy people.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I like it.
All right.
Well, if you had advice for a younger version of yourself, what advice would you give yourself?
I really don't think I would have any advice because if I didn't go through all the shit that I went through, I wouldn't be me now.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Bam. Okay.
Cool. Well,
Hold up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jordan, that was awesome. You did a great job.
yeah,
I'm
thank
really
you so
happy that
much.
you came
Are we
on.
done?
Oh, no, not yet.
Oh,
Oh, let me do this.
You do shout out. Who's gonna butcher it worse?
Okay, I will.
Okay, cool.
So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, hearing Jordan's story. Jordan, thank you for coming on. I know. So here we go. Shout out to Rob Decker, Meat Sweats 91.
that's my brother.
Shout out to Meat Sweats 91. Is that Derek Spoon?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Jake Chappell, Derek Spoon. I was gonna say my family lives in Macomb. You know where Macomb is?
Yeah, my dad went to high school there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know any of the Powells, like Fallon Powell, Carol Powell. My little brother's Fallon. His wife is Braylon.
I don't
I don't know
know.
if you know them. They
Mm-mm.
they live in Tecumseh. So anyway,
Oh,
I'm getting
okay.
off track. Timothy Hammock, Will Parker, Berta Benson. Shout out to Angela Crum, Hillary Reynolds, Daniel Tyler. What's up, bro? Steve Canada, Eric Spoon. You got a lot of support tonight. That's what's up. Carol Higgins, Melissa Hagan, Brandy Perkins. Am I saying names twice, guys?
No, the kid,
He actually closed
the
the
grown
door.
ass
Oh.
man, taking a leak.
Teresa
Sound like a bar
Mays,
by a fucking bar, man.
Sir Cops a lot. Love that name. That's what's up. Ben Wagner, Heather Renee, Elijah Spoon.
That's my brother.
You got a lot of brothers.
I do.
How many brothers you got?
4.
Scott Smith, Raymond Brown, Josh Barnes. He said, damn. Your old stomping. I watched the podcast you went on in Texas. Your old stomping grounds, Claremore, 884 is where I've grown up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Jordan. Sorry guys, I got off track.
We all have ADHD.
It's been a crazy week, man. Thank y'all for tuning in and bearing with me.
So I can't really see what song I'm clicking. We're just
Hey,
gonna
it's
go.
Swing Dave. Call this number back. I need $25 for this walk around sit down chair.
Productions.
Yeah. Clear enough for you? That's right. Yeah. Why creators look mad? Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all look like y'all wanted me to stay in Facebook jail. Ghost
Yeah, we
busters.
just usually if we got.
Picture me trolling on your 500 friends. I got no love for myself, that's why I'm in your DMs. I'm kinda tough with my fingers, but I ain't touching no wieners. Yeah, they call me a troll, but I'm also a dope fiend. I'm really scared of big numbers, that's why I'm going through your comments, trolling undercover. Teddy Riley wanna see me dead.
Videos and they have their